Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Land Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Eve! My brain locked up. Eve is who we're playing as. Okay, loading Eve protocols.xml Z297V24, and we want to hurt ourselves a little bit if possible. Look, I'm happy. This isn't about you, sweetheart, okay? Mommy and I love you. But where the fuck were you, in or I, at any point on that last Blue Baby run? I'm not mad. I'm happy that we have a great starting item here. I'm just saying it would have made my life a little bit easier on what was a slightly difficult run, yes, if we had a little bit more offensive punch, you know? However, I'm mostly just happy we have in or I now. We've already won the Blue Baby run. It would be foolish to hold a grudge. What is it, like? Anger, being angry at someone and holding a grudge is like lighting yourself on fire to burn someone, you know, something like that. It's like holding a hot poker to burn your enemy. I don't understand. You know, some ancient Buddhist, I was gonna say epithet. What am I looking for? Tenet, maybe? Tenet would work. Please don't explode on me. We don't really have much of a choice in the matter here. But yeah, you know, we should just get over it. Luck up is fantastic. Maybe that's the way the game is making it up to me. For what was not necessarily a terrible run last time, just a little bit more of a difficult one. It's making it up to me a little bit by giving me great items on this one. More power to you, game, if you desire this. We're very lucky, to be honest with you, that we got hit by the rotating haunt as opposed to the big haunt, which would have done twice as much damage. It would have put us in the Whore of Babylon state as well, but I think, you know, I'd rather, all things considered, have the HP and then have the choice of whether or not I want to get into the Whore of Babylon state, which we'll probably be waiting on until we get a little Spirit Heart action or something like that. Hopefully our Spirit Hearts end up being better than last game, but it's very quickly becoming difficult for me to complain on this run because we've got some good stuff going. Pretty decent haunt fight. The tears down, sorry, the tears up is great. The shot speed down can cause problems if we have synergies with other items that give us range downgrades, like, I guess Cricket's Body, #1, stuff like that. But apart from that, what if I stand back? I was trying to see if we had, like, the kind of diffusion where I could hit two of these fires at the same time. Always testing. Double slit experiment. That's the one I did with your mother last night. The results were positive. We got a p-value of alpha 0.69. Oh, why do you anger me so? Okay, let's think this through. Shoop to whoop, we take it. We got no reason not to. Troll bomb, try to push it towards the right wall, because that could actually be the secret room. We are going to get something out of this fight, goddammit. I am not leaving this empty-handed. I've actually gotten to the point with the Envy fight where I think I've built it up so much in my head to be this super long, like, labor of fucking anger and frustration and tedium, that I'm already like, whoa, we're almost like halfway done. That's not bad. I mean, it's terrible for boss rush purposes, but, you know, we're halfway done, and then we've also busted up his section again. We're almost finished with it here. It only added like another minute to the floor, which is a minute to the run, which is a minute less that I get to, you know, live my life, but at least we didn't take damage, and this guy's gonna die over here, exactly where I wanted, and he found the secret room. We fought for a minute to get the secret room. We got counterfeit penny. Look, let's be honest, that's unlikely to be immediately worthwhile for us, but in the future, this may end up very well buying a mapping item or something that saves us time and frustration. So, you know, put in your hours when you're enthusiastic, make hay when the sun's up, and then fuck off forever. Go to sleep. Stop making noise. The other people are working at night, you know, they need quiet. Okay. It's Curse of the Maze. We had no bombs, by the way, to access that tinted rock. If you were going to be like, Northern Line, you forgot a tinted rock on the last floor. Oh, I didn't forget it. It is seared into my memory like the name of my first love. But unfortunately, we have no means with which to go back and grab it. So, that it is what it is, you know? Even with that luck upgrade, no poop payouts yet, which normally would be a good thing, but is a bad thing within the context of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, unfortunately for us. We are, you know, looking for a Spirit Heart. Oh my god, I took red heart damage on this floor. I didn't even think about it. I mean, I thought about it. I was like, shit, we took damage. But I didn't even think about the consequences of taking red heart damage. Crap. On the bright side, we did just get a deal with the devil item in the form of Sacrificial Dagger. But outside of the construct of the deal with the devil, it's a little bit less immediately worthwhile for us. Let's go to our shop. We might be able to buy a Spirit Heart, put ourselves in Whore of Babylon state. This is not our shop. It's substantially better. Okay, so what do? We don't want to use Book of Revelations yet. We want to find a way to hurt ourselves, even though I just freaking hit all the fire because I'm an idiot. We have no bombs. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. We even got a payout from the chest there. Beautiful. Fantastic. Let's use it. That is red heart damage, but we'd already taken red heart damage, so I'm not too worried about it. This is now looking like a great situation. Got a good item. We know we're going to get an orbital here. We still have a chance at a deal with the devil. It's not where I'd like to be, but our damage and the fact that we have Whore of Babylon and rechargeable Spirit Hearts makes up for the fact that I'm an idiot and took damage where I shouldn't have taken damage. But this is fine. 18 cents as well. Holy crap. We actually can go to our shop and maybe buy... I was going to say converter. That would be very stupid. I would not recommend this. Oh, and another key as well. I was hoping maybe just some mapping items, but I'll tell you what, we'll buy the extra Spirit Heart for now. I don't think it's gonna matter, but you know, it's better to not even have to worry about whether or not it's gonna matter. But you just pick it up right away. Oh, please be like Guppy's paw. We got teleported to the deal with the devil. Holy crap. Unfortunately, we can't take all three. Unless we got like an HP upgrade from our boss. We gotta take two. If we're gonna take two, we're gonna take this one and this one, because it gives a cool synergy. I would love to, obviously, Brimstone and Mom's Knife. Come on. How can I avoid the Brimstone and Mom's Knife synergy when it presents itself? With triple shot as well. So I'm stoked about this. This is a fun synergy, even if it's not particularly amazing. I don't know why I did that, but I am very, very happy about the situation we find ourselves in now. Obviously, we got just a ball of bandages there. I should have used my bomb to access that Tinted Rock, but we are riding out of control already. This is way, way, way within the grasp of our capabilities here, if you know what I mean. Like, we are very, very unlikely to lose this run at this point. I will say, by the way, because I know there's going to be, you know, backseat kobolds that are like, well, either Brimstone or Mom's Knife is better than Brimstone and Mom's Knife. You are you're definitely correct, but also, you know, you must be really fun at parties. So don't drink that, it's bad for you. It contributes to long-term, you know, hepatocirrhosis. You know, that's true, you're not wrong. But unfortunately, most of the time, being right is not the most important thing in the world. School has betrayed you. School has told you that the most important thing is to be correct, and that the teacher gives you a thumbs up and a nice little, you know, dopamine release and a pat on the back, and they say, good job, slugger. You're gonna be a very successful person one day. But the secret of adult life is that most people, you know, like to be around people who, you know, make them feel good. And you're always making people feel bad by being like, oh, you're not strictly correct, you know, in this situation. So, yeah. I got fucking eyeballs. I got triple eyeballs that shoot knives out of them. Like, they shoot knives, and then there's a beam of knives that follows it up. We don't need any pedantic Peters here going, well, you know, technically you would have had more damage the other way. The only time I will accept that kind of logic is if we're in a race or something like that. And I don't want to make you feel bad. There's still time to save yourself. You just have to lighten up a little bit and stop making me so darn uncomfortable by constantly calling out my mistakes. We can do it together. It's not your fault. Okay. I blame the system. We should have a really good chance of getting to boss rush on this run. You know, we've already been there. I would love the shears, by the way. It's just, we already have Book of Revelations. Pardon me. So I think it's important for us to keep some defensive, like, success on our doorstep here. Without it, we might find ourselves in a little bit of a tricky position. I'd be surprised, even without Book of Revelations, to find ourselves, like, bleeding or hemorrhaging HP, but might as well keep it, you know, as safe as is humanly possible. We got lucky there. Hey. Money? Not money. Spirit Heart, even better. Alright. It would be awesome to get a deal with the devil here as well, and then have a chance to pick up some... Oh, we got a second ball of bandages, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised by, but some guppy items. Krampus. Alright, Krampus will die in 2 seconds. We'll try again next floor. not lump of coal, which means we will be heading downwards. This is going to be a fast run, and as far as I'm concerned, this more than makes up for the fact that we had that slightly terrible run last time. Although I will say, in the future, if you're listening, Troll Engine, perhaps you might be interested in splitting up the items. You know, maybe not just have like all of the greatest items of all time on the same run. You could mix it up and have, you know, half of the great items on one run and then half of the great items on another run. And I think people would largely think that that's okay. So we're at 3 cents here. It's not quite enough to buy anything. Paralysis, it's good to learn about that pill right now as opposed to later. And we do have enough spirit hearts, I think, to look for guppy shit, like right off the bat here in this curse room. If it ends up just being ceremonial robes, I won't be mad, I promise. Ooh, the goat head. This is getting a little out of control. This is, you know, getting into best Eve run in my history territory right now. Obviously, I see the battery back there. We're just not going to take it until... You know what? I shouldn't say obviously, like I'm being smarmy. Obviously, I see the battery back there. Obviously, I've made mistakes like that before, but we did notice it, and we're going to pick it up, and puts us in a really good spot. Unfortunately, we don't know what our HP is like, but we can be relatively confident. Speed upgrade, at least. We can be relatively confident that we're, you know, happy with our odds on a deal with the devil. We could probably take 2 and be fine. Range down's not bad. Health up is worth taking, but we should be careful as well, because we don't want to put ourselves out of the Whore of Babylon state, which is accounting for a not insignificant portion of our damage right now. So don't pick up red hearts that fall. Oh, I botched it hard. We still want to blow this up. Small rock. Not small rock, but that's okay. Yeah, we don't want to pick up red hearts that fall. We want to trade our red hearts away for a deal with the devil, though, which would be perfect. Maybe this is a way to preserve our spirit hearts a little bit while still getting our toes wet in the whole deal with the devil industry that we've already taken several items from. 2 of hearts. 2 of hearts is weird in that it doesn't actually give you 2 hearts. Every other 2 card, to the best of my knowledge, if it doesn't double, well, it doubles your consumables for that card, but if you have 0, it gives you 2. HP does not work like that, weirdly enough. Luck up, keys, and a 3-heart deal, which is weird to me. But we can actually health up again and then use Guppy's Paw twice. Now we've got all the spirit hearts we can afford to get here with our red hearts, and we're still in the Whore of Babylon state. So I think, you know, those HP upgrade pills, maybe one of them ended up being worthless or overkill because we're already at the HP cap, but out of sight is out of mind. So we're on Necropolis 1 at 11 minutes. That's like 2.5 minutes ahead of schedule. And honestly, I think it's just gonna get faster as time goes on. I don't think this is one of those situations where we're going to, like, we're ever gonna slow down here. Especially with, you know, Goathead. That pretty much means that we've got a steadily increasing rate of acceleration here, assuming, I mean, we've already fought Krampus, so assuming we don't run into, like, super unlikely and also incomprehensibly terrible deal with the devil rooms, we should be making a lot of progress here. I turned into a robot temporarily. See, it was a really good idea to take that extra couple of seconds to load up Eve Protocols prior to starting the run. It's giving us amazing items here. Eve Protocols was just a section of my brain that I invented to make the joke that I have a different, you know, internal set of decision-making protocols for playing as each character, which I do, I guess. But now people are gonna be like, Eve Protocols. It's the new cheat engine Northern Lion's been working on. Finally, the reason he's learning programming has come to fruition. So he can not lose on Eve runs again, like he has a couple of times in his life. Probably Eve is one of my least successful characters. So, you know, it's not that implausible, but it is incorrect. Illuminati, ... Anyway. Got a Joker card. Obviously, we're gonna try to save this for the Cathedral. Not really too interested in using it right now, just a shortcut to the deal with the devil. Teleport card, apart from the Joker, might be nice on the next floor, but we don't need one right now. In fact, we might not even want one right now. What would actually be great is a second Joker card. Then, like, 2 Joker cards per floor, please. Then we can make reasonably informed decisions. I don't really want to go to the shop, but I will in case they have Hive Mind or BFF. And they have Blue Map. I forgot I had the Steam sale. Blue Map is well worth it. What a weird secret room location here. Very strange indeed. Very strange indeed. Takes us to 11 cents. Sets us up fairly nicely for deals with the devil on the next floor. I'm not bothering to go to our second secret room because I don't think that there's anything in there that I could desire. We don't want a black heart. I mean, we don't want to trade a bomb for a black heart anyway when we're already at full HP. We don't want an eternal heart, of course. So what do I want? I guess I'm hoping for a red chest with a guppy item. Seems like a little bit of a long shot to me. Well, we are going to get 3rd level Bandage Girl at the very least. Decent chance at 4th level Bandage Girl. This is an exciting run for a variety of different reasons. The mark is an easy pickup. And we are down to the next floor. Again, about 3 minutes ahead of schedule, but it's something. I think rather than jokering out of our deal with, or not our deal with the devil, rather than jokering out of our boss rush, when our run looks as good as it does right now, might as well just go through with it, right? Like, I don't think, like, we might take some damage, we will take some damage, but I don't think we're gonna take enough damage to put us in, like, a truly terrible spot. I really do not want to take Bob's Brain on this run. Sure. Absolutely, we will take Nun's Habit, and we'll donate as much money as they'll let us donate, which is not very much, but that's okay. Might as well use this. Emperor cards would be nice as well. A little disappointed we didn't get any of the trademark, you know, amazing shop items that we're big fans of, but whatever. We found our boss room already. Haven't seen our item room yet, so it seems a little premature. I wouldn't want to miss out on something as amazing as butt bombs, would I? Of course not. Well, we're probably looking at an item room over here if my sat nav is correct. I've taken to calling, I think it's a regional difference. Here we call like a, Flatworm unfortunately does nothing, or I'd love to take it. We call like our navigational services GPS. So be like, hey, turn on the GPS or turn on the navigation. I've heard that in parts of the world they call it sat nav. And that sounds so much cooler and like James Bond-like that I think I have to roll with it from now on. The problem is I need people to buy into it with me. You know, I need people to be like, to not say what when I say, oh, can you type McDonald's into the sat nav? I need them to just be like, oh, fuck, sat nav, that's awesome. And I'll be like, I know, right? It's way better. And they'll be like, why didn't I think of that? And I'll be like, don't sweat it. I didn't think of it either. The only thing that matters is that we adopt it now for future use and make it take over the world. So, you know, support my campaign. We're starting a Kickstarter campaign. It's very near and dear to my heart. For $100, I will be your personal sat nav. I'll do a voice pack for it. It'll be awesome. This doesn't actually exist, but the more I talk about it, the more I would like to will it into existence. We'll start with our, I might as well take the Polaroid. We'll start with this room, and the pentagram I think is worth it. And then we'll go to this room, and you know what? We'll take Bloody Lust. Could be better, could be worse. But Bloody Lust, you got here first. I don't know if that was, it was supposed to be just like an onomatopoeia. Not an onomatopoeia, pneumonia. That's what I was going for. Pulmonary embolism. Basically, I'm happy to keep this Joker card to get one extra deal with the devil. I want that Guppy Dream, man. It doesn't show up as much as I'd like. Bloody Lust is not that incredible for us, but considering we have Nun's Habit, we're kind of insulated from the damage that we take to a small extent. So I think we can get some pretty amazing damage stats from this. And I'm partial to anything that gives me damage versus anything that gives me, you know, other stats. I mean, what were my other options? There was like Cancer, not really interested. BBF we had last run, it's fine, but without Pyromaniac, considering how high our damage is, it's probably going to cause more trouble than it's going to save, so kind of felt like Bloody Lust was our out there. If this were a lesser run, I would definitely just not do boss rush, but because our run is so strong, I feel like it's pretty much like a victimless crime here. We're going to take a little damage, we're going to get another item out of it, and if the other item ends up being like half as good as Bloody Lust, then I'm down with it here. It's not like this is going to slow us down either, but... And the other thing about doing this boss rush is that we get to keep our Joker card, and we'll remember what item we pick up on the Cathedral out of this Joker card to see if it was worth it. You know, it's one of the, it's like making a trade for a rookie in sports or something like that. We won't know for years if this trade is worth its weight in gold or what. Man, are we already on the Horseman? That is a fast wave here. I'm actually happier to take the damage there than I would have been to wait. Man, I hope we get 4th level Bandage Girl as well. That'll mean 4th level Bandage Girl and 4th level Meat Boy within the space of like a week. Not for the first time, mind you, but still. Valuable nonetheless, and interesting, I guess is the principal thing there. Man, that was just really dumb damage. And we got the rosary, so it basically paid for itself, but we will... Oh, we've already seen the Bible, so this is fine. Yeah, basically it was just whatever we gained in Nun's Habit charges is pretty much what we take away from that boss rush in addition to Bloody Lust. So, obviously, I think it's fair to say it could have been better. We're still waiting on a small rock, if we can get so lucky as to get one. Did not get one there. Now I'm really... Oh, God. Oh, he got me. I'm hoping for some keys. We're a little low. Of course, we don't need keys to win on the chest here, but it would be nice. Can't open that. Yeah, why not? We can get the second secret room, and I don't really want to play that. I don't want to waste the time, but we will play this judgment here in the hopes of getting not HP, which is why I'm leaving as soon as he pays out. Just to see if it's something that I don't want. At least I can get the hell out of Dodge, you know? It's HP, so we don't want it. Even if there is a deal with the devil coming up, we don't want to risk it. Oh, this is our guppy dream. A fallen fight followed by a guaranteed deal with the devil. What do you got for me? Book of Sin? This is not what I requested. Guppy, guppy, guppy. No guppy. Slight disappointing. Slightly disappointment. Let's head down to the next floor. On the bright side, you know, I'm expecting this to all go very fast. On the negative side, you know, you're stealing my sunshine right now. Where's my guppy at? That is not any good for us here. Instead, I'll just pretend that I can be guppy and I can fly, so we'll walk on those spikes for some indiscernible reason. It was very impressive how we managed to avoid that guy on that room. At this point, I would actually be content to get rid of Book of Revelations, which is not me saying, you know, goodbye, Book of Revelations. Oh, I just realized we fought the double Fallen, so we actually did not get 4th level Bandage Girl. That's unfortunate. But, yeah, I would be content to get rid of Book of Revelations. It's been fantastic for us. You know, thanks for being part of a winning team. If we get the championship this year, we definitely owe you big. At the same time, fuck off, we don't need you anymore. I'm joking. I mean, I'm not joking. We definitely don't need you anymore. But out of some misguided sense of item loyalty, I'll keep you around for now. Because I'm a nice guy. In spite of all those terrible things I just said. Obviously, we're going back for that. I say that instead of just letting my actions do the speaking, because I know people are going to be like, we forgot a key. It's alright, just relax. I didn't forget the key. I just didn't communicate effectively that I hadn't forgotten about the key. We're all going to be okay here, I promise. Just take my hand, we're off to Never Never Land. Boop, ba-doo-doo-doo, boop, ba-doo-doo-doo. This has got to be the way to the boss fight. This is just like awful damage, man. Thank God we have Book of Revelations to insulate us from this terrible damage. I knew he'd want me back. Okay, just like, yeah, land that shot from afar. That's fine. This is now where we determine if it was the right call to do boss rush. This factors heavily into our decision. Oh, baby. Death's Touch. Puts us in a slightly scary position HP-wise, but the damage has to be worth it. You have to feel like this is probably one of the best items we could have gotten there, short of getting like 2 guppy items. There's a poop somewhere. I have identified the poop, and I am eradicating it with a stream of knives shot from my face. It might seem like overkill, but it's meant to be a deterrent for crimes like that in the future. We don't want anything happening there. This is like, compare this to the Fistula and Greed room on the last run. That room went fine, but it's going a little finer this way. I think you have to admit, oh, Monstro 2 didn't stand a chance. This is unfortunate for us, though. A dead end around our second secret room leaves us in a weird spot for where we're going to proceed in the future. Sure, we could take Whipworm. I don't place too much value on it, though. Nor do I place very much value on that. But the extra key is worth its weight in gold. It's going to be like a sub 25-minute long run if I get my way. And honestly, that's really good for... it's honestly pretty good for a run that was not originally intended as a speed run, and for a run that, you know, didn't have any restarts to get amazing items on it. I'll be proud of it, is what I'm trying to say. But we had to not die, and, you know, 6 HP, we could die. We probably won't die, but we could die if I take some really, really heinous damage and maybe guess the wrong way a couple times. Or we get something like this, you know, where it's just a god-awful, room, a god-awful chest, I should say. Now all of a sudden I feel like we've made the right decision. I took on Define and was like, oh, no more Spirit Hearts, that's scary. And it is, but we're gonna get another reroll Deal with the Devil here, where we got SMB Superfan, which we can take. We'll lose invincibility, but we gain a little bit of stat bonus. Might not be worth it. We don't want Lard, that's for sure. We can't take them both. And we got Monstro's Lung, which unfortunately does not synergize with what we've got going on here, but that's okay. And we do have some replenishable HP right now, which... Oh, that was very bad. Which means that we can... Well, actually, we don't really have replenishable HP. 1 HP is not replenishable at this point in our lives. But we will try to get a couple of IM Air rooms out of this, just to see if we can get any more ridiculously powerful than we already are. I realize I've taken some damage. That scares me a little bit. Maybe I'll just go fight the boss and tap out on this run. Normally, I would be content to go for as long as the game will have me go, but we're getting into that, like, slightly uncomfortable glass cannon territory where I'm a little bit more like, let's be slightly cautious, because if you throw this run, you will earn your mantle as the worst player of all time. Alright, we're done. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.